EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Wentz first play going right to the air. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Wentz to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 24. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. On first and 10, it's Gibson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 39 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Well, there was no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
A give running right, Gibson.
Oh, nice move. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
On the return, the Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Right back to Pitts again. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Wentz now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Working from the gun. Wentz. Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On third down, here's Gibson. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. And space tough to come by there, as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. On play action, Wentz. Out to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Wentz on third down. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw is Mariota. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not what you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60%.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Throwing is Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And some room to work. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mariota to throw it. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mariota's.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
Play action. Now Wentz. Slings this deep for McLaurin.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wentz now to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
A give to Gibson running right.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Now a play fake. Wentz rolling to his left.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jahan Dotson.
50 yards.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Offensively, lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't.